It's like we are gonna be heading into the pre-round, and this should be Texas's turn to pick the side. So it looks like we're just gonna see what they decide. Probably gonna be starting CT. That's my assumption.
Yeah, they're
And I want to
just gonna
see,
kill
just like you
themselves.
said, yeah. Oh yeah, we're just
That's life
some
round for
violence.
visit now.
Yeah.
That's how you do it now.
And just to really go off of what you were talking about, the op on Vertigo, we were seeing the kind of angles Hypnos would lock down. Never really go for the side hull or anything. He would really just play ramp, try to fight through those smokes. If he didn't find anything, he'd go back to headshot, scope from headshot, that headshot angle. If he didn't find anything, he'd just get smoked off, and then it was just like, what does the op do?
Yeah.
It's now you're in the retake, you know?
Yeah, you need to be proactive, going in front, and if you want to do some work on the CT side,
Yeah.
visually.
But let's get
So look
started.
like Texas choose CT. So
Yep,
our
as
boys
expected.
are gonna be on the T side.
Very true.
So, what do you think? Thunder B? They're all looking toward B though.
Well, they're buying 2 smokes, I think. Yeah. Oh wow. You're.
We'll see.
Are we throwing the instant B smokes or? No, it looks like we're just going up straight for the contacts. And Sean is gonna be
set up on this side of the Texas right now.
Absolutely. It's like they're almost just calling out the.
They're ready for this.
100%. And it looks like we're gonna get the starting action. Hypnos actually does get the first kill. HG trades back full blind. Desi falls to him, the bench player getting kind of stuck. But Strafes is going to get a kill on the other side of the exec, and he's HG just going to take out Shmoken. Hypnos has been good for 2, though. And all of a sudden, Jeev is in the 1v3. Knifes the first. Kind of cheeky from our boy. And drops instantly. But the knife, hey, the mental advantage.
Yeah, we take it.
We take it.
Do you think they're gonna force it with the NECC now, or do you think they're gonna be like, hey guys, you know what? If we full save, we can afford an up on the 3rd round on T's, which is usually you can't, and then they have the advantage on the 3rd round. What would you do?
I think okay. He's just going straight for the deagle.
Oh, okay.
All right. I honestly, I thought that they were gonna lean more towards just having that up on the 3rd round. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm actually kind of shocked because
they have that up now. He has no armor, which is gonna be really hard for him to do something.
100%. And Hypnos actually gonna spot this player. HD getting a kill down mid. Hypnos swinging and falling back instantly. Yeah, he knows this fight is not for him. He wants to fight back with his team, finding two of the better fights.
With his essentially farming money, and Sister going down to Hypnos as well. Easy, just holding cap. Ziggle while Jeev sitting on bench. Reagers Hypnos, Reagers in mid. Getting
and AZ finding a second. And does AZ do it? 1 HP. Does he find this kill right here? Sees him early. Doesn't hit the shot, unfortunately. Good damage for what it was. I mean, 2 deagles and a bunch of Glocks. You're never going to expect them to do too much. They could have gone for a plant, which is what they've done before, but honestly, they wanted to let those deagles just try to shine. And you know what? I can't be too mad at that. They have a full buy here. Anyway, Slice already lining up the instant window smoke. And let's see what... And the window smoke spawn. You hate to see that. Strafes is going to be holding down the mid. I don't think he's going to get blinded here. But he is going to get completely smoked off. And UCF just lying in wait. Underpass is pushing while top mid is aggressing. And Jeev actually getting triple naded out. Jeev getting triple naded by the Texas utility. I mean, that is so crazy. And Akali on the lurk. The jumping AK! The second kill, the 180 head on a swivel. Double killing Texas. I mean, he's just single-handedly found a way back into this round for UCF. And UCF knows it. They're already running back to A with the bomb. And actually having a bit of just an inclination. Maybe we don't go A. Maybe we fake it. Maybe we go B. But Texas is not you know, Texas is going to find out here in a couple seconds. They're already flashing. They're clearing the angles. The second they don't see anybody, Desi's jumping around, they're already going back B. And you know what? UCF, they're already going back A. You know, I really love these rounds. You can never really predict what the outcome will be. And I think playing it slow here, just coming back in with a contact, I really like this. This is a good move. I don't know if Jiva's the one calling it. I don't know if it's the players that are alive. But I'm actually a big fan of how they've been playing this so far.
Slowly creeping about ramp.
Yep, already taking the space.
That's been giving out to them.
Yep,
and
actually HZ finds the first kill here. Bomb going down from Slicer. Akali falls to the CT aggro. HZ holding the line. Finds the first. Looking for the second is Slicer. Finds the second. Great round from UCF. That's the type of team play I was talking about. That's what I like to see from these guys. And just the jump shot. The jump shot from Akali, the swing, the 180. Just what an incredible round. That's the individual brilliance coming in, and then them just coming right in, doing the right play as a team. And look, Akali lurking on the A site. And here, Texas just on eco. What more can they really do? Spotted CT. Jiva actually finding a kill in the underpass. And that's all of mid control guaranteed for UCF. Now they can just, the world is their oyster. They can go wherever they want. But crazy, crazy scenes coming out of UCF right now. Slicer finding another kill in mid. And yeah, just forcing up Khan. G finds the second in the round, 10 HP. Drip finding a crazy kill from CT, but instantly traded by Akali. Now smoking into 1v4. Nothing to do. Great round from UCF, clean sweep. And looks like a lot more form in these anti-ecos on this map. Maybe it's a showing a bit of preference. Maybe it was the map pick. What do you think?
I think it's also like the difference between the map. This map is also like more long range, so it's also like easier to play against Santiago, especially against pistol like 5-7 or Deagles. So you have more advantage than other maps.
Hypnos running away from Khan 4 HP after the initial fight. Not looking too hot for him, but and look at the way that UCF is spread up on the map. They kind of give B up, and they're just set up here perfectly for like an A split if they find just a little bit more damage or a little bit more information. I really like this. And actually, Akali and Sean coming out A, find the first kill, and they're going to be trading up Khan, kill the last guy on A. They just are already in the 4v2. And Desi having such a tremendous impact on the first map, going to be no match on the second map. Already getting, and he just gets found. Another eco coming out of Texas next round, and UCF displaying their dominance. I mean, this is just day and night from what we saw in Vertigo. I'm not going to lie to you. Day and night. On the T side as well to start. And looks like they're going to do more of the same. I mean, these guys just have the number on Texas right now. And actually look at this creep coming in. Maybe they don't expect the players close, but actually it's not going to turn into much as they get clean swept by UCF. 5v2. Yep, and we're keeping it clean. 5v1. Last player in the clutch is smoking. 8 ADR in this game, but not much has come his way. I mean, he's been getting kind of shut out of maybe a little bit of both maps. Might find his first cheeky kill if Jeep turns his back. And actually he will. And he is going to get his first kill here, but getting run down by the UCF players. Very nice. Clean so far.
First stop coming out of the setup takes us. Let's see how it plays out now.
Let's go. That's really what I want to see is what does this op do? He has the spawn to do something mid. Does he jump cat? Does he go ladder? Does he drop mid, push under? I need to know what this op is going to do. And UCF is going to do more of the same. 3 mid per usual. But look, he's not really being given anything. He's going to nade the smoke, misses, nades himself down to 83. And look at UCF, already up cat. Coming out with just a fast B split. They spot one van.
What can DC do here? Playing from bench, they're already getting it.
And look, HG just finding the entry. Akali already close, nading the opper even further. Finds the kill on the op, 5v3. And Strafes is going to try to give it a look, but honestly, what can they do in this 3v5? It'd have to be miraculous. Akali goes down and gets instantly traded by Jeeves. Smokin finding some damage on Jeeves, and HG just takes him down. And yep, it's an instant save from the drip. They lose the op, they lose some confidence, they lose another round, and 5-2 for UCF. Jeeves team. Just coming out on top as they look to maybe hunt a little bit. Jeeves holding a molly out. It's really, this guy does not care, I'm telling you. And nothing ramp, they know he's Palace. And it is what it is. Great round and great showing from UCF so far. Tell me, be honest. I know you have experience IGLing. Did you expect UCF to pop that B split right there?
To run through it, or to just run through B?
They just instantly ran through, like, up mid.
I mean, they need a pace change. They've been kind of like just defaulting and being like a little bit aggro or being the lurk when depending on where they were going. So yeah, that pace change is really good. They needed that.
And look at Desi getting full nade. I mean, it just feels like on all fronts UCF are coming out on top. Jeeves throwing a CT smoke for the exec. They molly under. I mean, look at these guys. They just have all the protocols. Jeeves gonna be spraying. Sean finding some damage, but HG is really gonna be the one taking down the players. That's 2 in the round. Make that a 3rd. And Hypno in from Ninja finds 2, but gets instantly taken down. I mean, not much he can really do. Sean is gonna be planting the bomb. Slice is gonna be holding, and Smoking goes through the smoke. Taken down. And honestly, just a great map so far from HZ. And this is one of the players that has so much capability to be a monster on the UCF side. And really, Desi and Straves, they're really just getting kind of silenced as the instant mid smoke comes out. Good utility this map from UCF, I have to say. It's always a treat when a team knows all their utility. And Straves is going to be holding this nade for mid. But can they react to it in time? And he actually doesn't find anything. And actually, look at this boost in mid from HZ. Do they ever expect this? As Jeeves is looking to kill. Oh my god, and actually gets spammed. But HZ has the play here. And look, all the UCF players instantly, all 3 of them running to B. Look at where HZ is. Look how huge this guy is for this. And a bit of a whiff, but the play's still there. I mean, they're still late to the B site, and the op is here just completely shut out by the util. This is still kind of winnable. I mean, I like the plant, at the very least. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Yes, this is going to be kind of hard, but just...
It's gonna be retake with no flank.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
No. And just
so
all the utility down for UCF. And actually, they're going to drop first from Cat. They get the first kill. Don't get the second. Op misses the trade. And Drip is the one to close it out. That's such an expensive round for Texas. How do you lose 4 players in that 5v3? It just felt like they were getting farmed a bit. Yes, they get the round, but they're not going to feel too happy about their prospects moving forward. I mean, they're already one round from being bankrupt again. And all Jeep has to do is just relax, call his game. He finds one more entry on either site, and that's potentially another string of rounds found for UCF. Good spam on the guy that was on the sawhorse, just making sure that he doesn't get that peek on them and responding with util of his own. They actually find the pick on the B player. AHZV, such a critical player in this game, and that's B site up for grabs once again. Once again, and without fail, Straves actually whiffs that kill. And does Texas go for this? They could barely come out with the 5v3. Can they pull off a 3v5? They say, yeah, we don't think so. We need to try again next round. And just sheer dominance coming out of UCF. I mean, I really love seeing this team when they find their confidence once again. And Desi being held completely, being kept so honest. 31 ADR in the game. That's nothing close to his 100 that he had in the game prior. And I'm not gonna talk too much trash here because I don't want them to suddenly wake up and become, you know, scream. But yeah, look, see, this is why I don't talk. Yeah. All right, I take it back. Let's go. Talk your game. Talk your trash. This is why I shouldn't. I have such big caster's curse in this game. I'm not, like, I'll be saying something like, oh my god, they're gonna do this, and I swear to god, every time I do it, I feel like the opposite always happens. So I feel like I should just expect the opposite from now on. Jeep scoping the underpass push. This is interesting. Actually, we'll be faking the B utility, and the boost gets spotted, but I mean, he still finds the kill. So
kills falling back.
Yeah. Oh, he was falling back. He was jumping in the air.
Falling and jumping.
Oh wow, what a kill! But hey, actually, I don't know why, but this forces a weird rotation out of Texas. I mean, look at where they are. Look where Texas, or look where UCF is. He peeks into a Kali, instantly taken down. Stood no chance on that angle. And Jeev actually finding a kill. The op goes down to Sleister. A 4v2, another two-man advantage. That's 2 in a row for UCF. And can they afford to save it for like a second time in a row? Yes, theoretically you should, but I think that any human being, yeah. I would have given that a look too. Because we're down 4 rounds, we're 3-7, like, I would have given that a look too. We need to start forcing something. And honestly, when he didn't find it, that's a bit of a heartbreaking situation for Texas. I have to feel for them. I don't feel for them too much. I really want UCF to win this and just completely reverse sweep them. But I just feel maybe a little bit bad. You know, we didn't need to bully them. We could have won, you know, and not a way that would have made me feel so bad for the opposition. But, you know, Texas is back at it, taking the op. 3 players do not have any. Oh, never mind. 2 players don't have any utility. And, you know, that's just how it goes. The circle of life, if you will, Brandon.
Exactly. Low buy. A weird buy coming out of the set of Texas,
Yeah,
with a really good buy coming out of the set of UCF. Let's see what's happening. Totally defaulting mid over. Oh.
And the pick,
with a
yeah, instantly coming out. I mean, worst possible buy that we could have gone on the Texas side, they somehow make it work. Because, honestly, I think maybe eco buys might be our kryptonite. Unironically. And look at this Schmoken just got all this information that it's going to be A. I don't think they realize it, but oh yeah, now he does. And Hypnos is actually going to be sticking to his bench angle. But UCF is just setting up outside of A, it seems like.
Really good information coming out on the set of Texas.
Yeah.
Look at Schmoken on his positioning with a really huge flank. Now they know they're pulling about players.
But HZ just finding the kill. I mean, the only way this flank doesn't completely destroy UCF is if they exec fast, and that looks like kind of what they did. But now they're just getting found by all the players. And Akali finding a cool little flank, finding the second. All of a sudden, it's a 1v1. He has information on the last player, mollies him out, makes sure he stays in CT, and he's just the upper. He's watching just the stairs cross. Maybe he jumps on top of Ticket, misses it. And who finds who here? It's going to get a little bit scary. And just the one tap coming out of Akali. Man, just can it get better than that? 9-3 half. And just look at that dominance from UCF. Akali just finding the 1v3 all on his own. I have to give him props, man. I feel like if it's ever a player in that position, it's always Akali. And say what you will, like, he's had some rough matches. He's had some rough maps, maybe in the past, and certainly Vertigo was one of his better showings. But this man, I feel like, is such a menace when he wants to be. And Sean finding the first kill, instantly traded out by Texas. They're gonna be coming out of apps, finding the kill onto Akali. But look at this player boosted. Do they know about him? He's gonna find 1, 2. The third was almost there from Jeev, and all of a sudden, the plan has to come down once again. It gives them enough time to already be here on the retake and already taking fights to bench. Default pillar kills HZ, and he dies as well outside of the market window. Close round from Jeev. Oh my god. If he got the third there, that would have been so criminal. That would have actually been so criminal. Just 1, 2 clean shots. Unfortunately, Drip was there to instantly trade, but such a good try from UCF. And this round, dude, yeah, they're just opening B completely. Looks like they're going to fight mid, actually. They're opting for just a mid fight with a flash. I like this. The flash completely misses, but the idea is good. And this scout, I mean, how much can this scout do? Getting completely ran down, and he actually gets knifed by Slicer.
Now I have a question. Do you think they're gonna pull out for the third round?
Dude, they have to, I feel. They have to. Look, he even got that scout headshot. Really? That almost looked like a second scout headshot. And apps coming out, getting low. 2 players in apps. Yeah. And Jeev once again behind the enemy team. Just being such a nuisance. Actually, it's going to make both of them drop to the bomb, I think. Maybe not, maybe not. No. Close, though. Just 1. I'll take it. And look, the op coming out. It's going to be in the hands of Jeev this round. Where do you think he goes? Doesn't really have a spawn. Isn't looking to go towards A. Never mind. Changes his mind. As they run out. As Texas runs out mid, they don't really throw too much utility. I mean, it looks like window smoke missed. And Sean gets himself into ladder. What a power position from him coming out. I think this can be where he finds a lot of impact. And AZ actually does find the first kill here. All the way from triple box is looking con, re-smoking that con smoke. And Schleister here, you know, Hypnos here to respond. Misses his molly, it's okay. Participation trophy for him for that molly. And gets instantly taken out by Schleister, who is here for more than just the You Tried medal. And the stairs angle coming out. I take it all back. Strafe's finding the kills somehow. And he's going to tuck into the bench smoke as we plant triple. And Jeev actually can find a timing here, but he doesn't. Good kill from Desi coming out. 2v2 all of a sudden. And that might be a fake link. That can be very huge. Shapes actually finds the kill. completely blinded by a Kali. And he gets taken down. I mean, that is just kind of crazy. And let me just fix a setting really fast, game. I am so sorry. Let's see this. In keyboard should be maybe. Alright guys, don't judge me, but this is really messed up. Alright, no, I can't fix it right now. Sorry guys. 4v4 instantly. Alright, we're just playing like it's a TDM. All good. Scout coming just in ticket. We're going to be holding them here. And bomb from Texas side seems to be backing up. It's going to be in the hands of Hypnos, I believe. So it's going to be in safe hand. No, it's going to be actually on Schmoken. This is a funny name. Some shots coming out on HC. I mean, I think, honestly, I feel like UCF just picks a side here. I like that they're like trying to go for little picks and like little pot shots, but I really just, I mean, we've seen how devastating these eco buys can be if they just like gamble it. Oh yeah, but they'll know this full exit coming out. He even tries to get ahead of it, but not too much luck in finding the kills so far. Finds the first right now. Schmoken gets himself into Firebox. Akali gets a kill with a 5-7, and he's just going to get the bomb down, and we're just going to get in our setups. We don't want to die to the eco weapons. 3v2 somehow. Actually kind of costly for the Texas side. Could have been a lot cleaner, but Slicer is not giving it up too easy with his scout. He is on 1 HP. Has some good shots here he can get off, and gets taken down, unfortunately. Now it's just up to Sean with a shotgun. Nice try. Nice try, nice try. And, you know, Texas has been coming back. That's, I think, the 4th run in a row for them. They've won every single T round. Listen, if UCF just gets the adaptation they need to have here, I mean, they have shown that they're clutch when it comes to the end of regulation. I think they got this, honestly. Let's see. Slicer gonna probably molly across the con, it looks like. Jumps across. This is just kind of an even setup from both teams. It looks like Texas is gonna be weak mid this round. And HZ holding outside ramp. Little does he know, there's actually a few players waiting for him. Sean finds the first kill on Hypnos. Tell me UCF 5v4s. We got the man advantage. Look, yeah, look at this setup already. Like, we've already adjusted where we left mid. Sean got his kill. Left mid instantly. That's the kind of reposition I like to see. We're already in a site setup. We dropped mid completely. We called them out. We're set up on B. A is about to be sort of set up as soon as Slicer rotates to where he needs to be. And it looks like Texas is just going to go for another execute. How do we hold it this time? We're going to have a player on the site. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be very, very different. It's going to be way different than what it was last time with the ecos. And here the util's coming out. He instantly notices. Molly comes out. Breaks apart their timing. One guy gets out, a few don't. We need to be flashing for this player already in default. And we are. Like to see it. HZ finding the first. He's the second in the smokes. He's one Tetris. We're spamming the guy in Palace. Jeev gets a kill with the off from stairs. Just for the second. Insane flick from Jeev. And Slicer just finishes up the last one. Strafes on site. Trying to push through that CT smoke, and he just killed him from top ticket. That is a crazy round. HZ, once again, having the impact. And Jeev, I have to say, those 2 op kills, he could not have found them at a more critical time. Look at that. Look at that flick from Jeev. That adjustment was actually kind of crazy. And like I said, there's no real op on UCF's side, and they're able to hit shots like that. I'm honestly really happy with the prospect of Jeev on the op right now. And unfortunately does miss the first. I have Caster's Curse, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I say things. Guys, they don't pay me. They don't pay me to always be right. And it actually looks like it's going to be a B-pop. And actually, it's straight into the rush. Akali, how does he react? Repositions underneath. He's getting helped out, fortunately, by his teammates, but the FAMAS, is it going to be enough? Akali's finding some more shots. Gets the spam. Pistol out. All of UCF is there to respawn. No bomb plant. Not even a single kill for Texas. That's a great cleanup. Brandon, tell me, do they close it? Is this the round that I get to see, you know, just them finally finishing it off? Like, I need to see these rounds coming in a row here. What do you think?
Yeah, they do. They will
All right.
close it.
They have to, right? I mean, here we're on eco. Yeah. Honestly, I'm a little surprised. I thought they were gonna force into this one because that's what it seemed like they wanted to do the round prior, but
they still had 2 guys into really low economy, so it's really hard like them to force something up. Even though I'm to win this one.
You know, I have to completely agree with you, and honestly, I feel like that should have been something just planned out the round before. I think maybe they messed up the math. And just Desi getting out on site, looking to maybe get a flank. Searching, creeping up. Does AZ find? Yeah. That's some. Did not stand a chance.
Yep. So now we're gonna see a really strong balcony on this side of Texas, with at least an op for sure, and we'll see. Where do you think that op is gonna go?
Honestly, I think he's gonna go for this A pick.
Yeah.
With this spawn?
Most likely.
I think he just runs up ramp. They've been missing the mid molly, or they've been missing the ramp molly on the UCF side. Oh, but he actually backs off for some reason.
He's been chickening out.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he was just going to go straight forward. Looks like he's just going to hold a more passive angle instead. Meanwhile, look at UCF already getting active on the map. HZ pushing mids silently with a flash. And look at all this information coming out of the UCF side. They probably heard something. They probably had some sound indication or some inkling that they're out here. And all of a sudden, it's just a 3A setup. And nothing that really Texas can do about it. I mean, look at AZ on this flank. The only thing to catch him off is this op. But look, he instantly turns away. And the Glock against the M4, that was never going to work out. All of a sudden, AZ finds UCF a way into this round for basically free. And Sean just finding more kills. They're fighting. Jiva's pushing. AZ finishes it off. Wow. Straight up winning them that game. Unironically, just straight up winning them that game. They didn't hear a single piece of utility coming out behind maybe what was like one flash in mid. HZ just they didn't even smoke mid. There was no util on mid for Texas. HZ just pushes it with a single flash, doesn't even run up, doesn't even expect there to be anybody there, nobody blind, just walks up all the way, and Texas is not even ready to execute by the time that HZ is backstabbing them. I mean, how much more can you really expect? Unfortunately, it just, again, Texas is, I feel like they can definitely be a good team. We saw it in Vertigo, all right? But on our map pick, when we're comfortable, I think UCF just reigns supreme, as we just displayed. And honestly, I really liked HZ's performance there, coming out with the 118 ADR, 24 kills, and interestingly enough, 50% headshot percentage. So really good performance from him this map. And more than just that, I feel like that really just sets us up for the final map, which is going to be on Overpass. And now, Overpass is actually a very interesting mix-up that I really was not expecting in the draft phase. It doesn't really seem like it suits the style that either team wants to play. There's can't really rush A very well. You can rush bathrooms, yes, you can catch players off guard, but if you have the right protocols, it's super hard to just, you know, kill those players in those like long range angles or like the off posted, or I mean there's just so many ways that the CTs can mess you up. trying to rush onto the A site, and I don't know. I just didn't really expect such a default heavy map to be played. Not in this series, but honestly, I'm really excited to see what we can work. Do you have much experience on the overpass, Brandon? What do you think?
On Overpass, there's more than one way to play it. It really depends. So, do they want to play like that passive style in City, or they want to play that aggressive style? It really depends. They're the kind of team that want to lurk everywhere, or are they the team that just want to play against the NECC? That's what I want to see. I want to see a lot of aggression from toward connector and toward what do you want to see?
I want to see. I don't know. I just want to see CTs running it down. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see CTs blitzing short. I want to see CTs like flashing two people into monster when they know it's a heavy AX. Like I want to see like long setups. I just want to see some craziness. I need to see um them play this map with the kind of vigor that they had on something like Vertigo, for example. Like Texas pushing B the first 3 rounds of the game. I need to see things like that. Because if it all of a sudden turns into a slugfest or into just, T's defaulting for 50 seconds, I feel like, I mean, that just puts, nobody's going to be at a real advantage. I don't think anybody's going to really be coming out on top if one team, like, forces it into just a very slow game, I feel. I think they need to both stick to their strengths, and so far it's been just having those pace changes and going, like, up fast on those fights that they know are good for them.
Yeah, literally so far in the last 2 games, the team that's just be breaking the pace changes are literally the one that's been winning the game so far. So
Exactly.
let's see what's happened.
I think so too.
Maybe they're gonna try to take stuff really fast and put the arms up in the air and fight. But in this map, you need really clean shooting if you wanna win like this. So they need to be in the form that they've been showing on
Now,
Rush if they want to win
here's
this one.
an interesting question. I think this is probably going to be a point of contention. UCF does not have a set opper. And Texas, on the other hand, has obviously Hypnos on the op consistently. Do you think that puts Texas just at an inherent advantage on a map like Overpass, just to have a set opper? Or do you feel like, I mean, 5 rifles,
It really depends on where you want to approach it. If you try to run it down without like much detail, especially toward the Vada area, because that's usually where the upper plays out, then yeah, you can just give your life away. But if you take time, then you like start smoking, molotoving stuff out, then you make the upper falling back, and then when you start to go onto an execute states, then the upper is almost. I'm not gonna say useless, but all I can say is that it's really hard for an upper to shine at that moment, especially toward an executes, especially on this map.
Yeah.
On A side, it's really hard. It's really like open, and if you like the only really good spot to like peek and hide is really like toward truck.
Yeah.
But truck usually it's getting mollied, so it's now if you have dice, but dice is also supposed to get mollied, so we'll see how he plays out. But yeah, on B, if they want to take B a lot, I think that's where UCF should shine. Is that if they try to take B a lot, they have better riflers. That's for me. That's what they've been showing. Their rifler really like bringing out a lot of impact, which Texas their upper has been bringing a lot of impact, which is a little bit different. So I think they should try to fight rifle against rifle. I think they have more chances on B, but we'll see how it plays out. Can Hypno get like the advantage on them since he's their main upper and they don't have one?
This is true. This is very true. And honestly, maybe it just falls into the hands of Hypnos. I mean, he's only going to
Maybe
be
it
as
does.
useful as he, makes himself,
Yeah, of course.
And we've seen him.
Especially on this map.
Yeah,
Usually the
exactly.
upper is
On Overpass of all maps.
bringing a lot of impact.
I mean, those long range fights. And, I mean, we've seen him, just be in a position where maybe he can actually work something for his team. And in the past, he's just shied away. I don't think this guy is very aggressive on the op. I don't think this. I mean, so at least from what I've seen so far, I feel like he can definitely be going for a lot more. And maybe that changes on overpass, but I'm just saying from what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
I literally stopped shooting and then restarted.
So what do you think is gonna happen on the side of UCF on the city side? Do you think JV is still gonna keep it like it did on Rush? What do you think?
Honestly, I haven't seen their overpass setups, but I think not on. I just feel like G would be on like a rotator position in this map.
Could have
I
been.
don't know why.
We're gonna see.
Yeah.
All I know is that if they do all day well, I don't think they can lose speed, to be honest. They have two really strong rifle, which is Akali and AZ. It's really like doing really good. Slicer entering, doing like a really good job. Shan following up from the back, also doing like a decent job so far. So let's see how they do it. Let's see who starts CT and has that advantage over them.
Very true.
First
It's a
knife round's
lot
coming
is gonna
up.
be decided in this knife round, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like whoever gets CTs has mental advantage.
This is very true. And Jeeves gonna be heading right first. Oh, oh no.
So Texas taking the CT side. Let's see what they do with it.
Very interesting so far.
With UCF on the attacking side. What do you think?
Honestly, I'm expecting just straight up.
Run and
Them,
gun?
yeah, 100%. And it's interesting they buy two smokes. This has to be maybe like heaven sight. I don't think they would force A here. I don't know. I don't know why,
No.
but maybe they do. I mean,
Yeah, 4 men sending toward B on the side of the Texas, expecting a B, while the T's are fighting up Fountain right now.
yeah,
Trying to
actually
take the
spotted by
fight, scaling
Desi.
up.
And you know
Disney
what?
calling up rotation, coming up CT. Pulling up
UCF clearing
rotation.
all of connector, and actually HZ finding some shots onto Desi all the way on A site. Just exposed to banana. And look at UCF just keeping all their options open, staying towards con. They have one player in G like just holding long, and then they're all just sitting in con. And this actually forces the rotation back onto the site. Yep, they're all rotating B, and now look at the bomb. And look at where HZ is with the bomb.
You're
Every
gonna get
single
fake.
player just committed to B. And now Kali is just single-handedly bringing the entire team back here. It's too little too late for Desi. They're already planning A.
Yeah. Kelly is doing a really good job to stall that player out.
Yep, and
Getting
all of
the
a sudden,
kill, too.
yeah, that's actually a crazy kill. I did not really expect that. And AZ gonna be fighting 3 players on his own. Dinks 1, does fall to straights. And UCF playing the game perfectly, just baiting out the shots, not letting them defuse. Slice is gonna be the last one alive. Unfortunately, it is gonna be Texas's pistol round. And this is actually gonna be a very important round for them if they want to have a good CT half here. But I mean, UCF does get the plant. They do get the bomb down. And they opt for the instant force, not a second of hesitation for them. Looks like Sean is going to get all the useful as well. Good instant smoke coming out from the side of Texas, and we're probably going to be seeing this instant smoke being thrown all game. And looks like UCF just taking short pass with the flash. Yeah. Finding the kill on Desi with the Tech 9 of all things. Now he has a free upgrade, and it's all of a sudden UCF is in a 5v4, con completely clear, AHZ holding long push, and the entire map just connecting for UCF here.
They didn't hit me at all.
Do they hit A? Do they hit B? I mean, really Texas will not know until it's too late now.
Look like the bomb is good for G2A, of all things.
Oh my god, and
Crazy.
actually the scout shot coming off from Hypnos onto the connector player. Gets AZ down to 30 HP, and you know what? We double back to the B site. We still have 2 players waiting outside short. Looks like we're gonna
Easy,
be.
not being careful. Getting killed by drip of Batchum. Now they know they have all the info. They're supposed to go back rotation from now on. They're starting
This
to
is true, but
go
actually,
proactive toward B. G with the entry on Schmoken. It's fast,
finding
trying
the
to
kill.
reply back with 1 kill, killing
Trace
G.
finding 2.
And Slicer fighting them back, pulling the numbers back. Ackley and Slicer trying to kill Drip toward the connector.
That's
with
enough.
the nades, getting him.
But
Bomb's
the
down
bomb
south.
is down in jail. And actually, this guy's the scout player. USP. All he has to work with. And Akali has to plan it safe. And taking it out by Slicer instantly. That was, you know, I have to admit, like, I did not know what way it was going to go until Slicer got those very important kills.
Yeah, it was really
Like, even for a 5v4, that was just, that's just the overpass coming out. And actually, Texas responding instantly with the 4-man stack on Fountain. Some nades flying down, you know, it seemed like it was going to be a nade stack. One of them failed. And look at the response from UCF. Instantly out onto B. Smokin actually finding the first kill. Looking for seconds. Slicer takes him down. HZ keeping Pit, pushing up into Graffiti with his Mac 10. Jump spotting. One Heaven, one coming Graffiti. And actually, all of a sudden, the 3v3. Advantage lost for UCF. Akali coming back late, low HP. But Sean pulling the numbers back in UCF's favor a little bit. AG finding this guy, not seeing him jump in the sky, not really getting the kill. And now it's just going to be Slicer in the 1v2. Not much to find. Sharafe's 4 kills in that round. And all of a sudden, it goes right back in Texas's favor. Just amazingly. And you know what? I think that was a great reaction from UCF, just to start. But really, the execution on the post plant.
they went overconfident and overcooked
Yeah.
on some angles.
Yeah, I mean,
Sometime playing sometimes you need to play a bit more conservative to make sure. Jump spotting not short. They saw him. They know
Yeah.
they have info on that. It's that one guy in connector also.
and jump spotting again. Yeah, they just know, they have perfect information right now. And Akali finds the first kill on Drip in connector. And leaves Texas kind of scratching their heads. Like, I thought we knew they were there. Fortunately, now losing man advantage with that information wasn't completely necessary. And all of a sudden, advantage way in the T side. And Akali gonna find a second in the round, maybe. Yep, finds the second. Just finds him right there in the corner outside of bathrooms. And both teams just instantly reacting to that kill. Bogdan's Law coming in full effect. Akali trading up his AK for a Deagle. And all this utility coming in from UCF. AZ gonna be taking space, planting the bomb, and Strafes looks like he wants to get active, but not finding much of anything as Jeeve takes him down, and Jeeve gets a second through the smoke. AZ also triples up in the for the UCF kills just in the round. Good. That was almost like perfect, I have to say. Just Akali finding those kills on contact twice in a row. I think if there was a round MVP, I'm giving that one straight to Akali. And I really want to see more coming out of him. Because I know, actually, and this guy used to play Valorant. This guy, you know, that's kind of his backstory. He really wasn't really a CS guy until very recently. And this guy just seems to be very, very capable. I really want to see this guy doing more. I really want to see Sean. AHC unfortunately falling to a USP of Hypnos. Straves, same thing. Finding Akali in Con. And some guns getting picked up on the Texas side. How did this even happen, Brandon? 5v3 now. Or 3v5, I should say. And all of a sudden, Sean actually pulling it back a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why, but every time like UCF go against Nico, they tend to fight like to get overconfident and fight 1v1 for no reason instead of fighting 2v1 or 3v1.
Yeah, that's very true.
They need to group up a little bit more, making sure they're at least like all together if things happen so they can fight.
This is very true. And honestly, maybe just a bit of an oversight. Maybe it is the overconfidence, like you said. And two more people falling to Hypnos's USP. Jeeve all of a sudden in the 1v3. AK coming out, bomb coming out. I don't know if...
He gave up, I think. No, it was probably trying to plan for CD, hoping the rotation came from behind,
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
yeah,
It wasn't the plan. They were already hiding on site.
yeah.
So
You gotta respect it a little bit then. I mean,
yeah, he knows the other players were like on B because they killed like 2 on A. So
yep,
that's sometimes like he just played the stakes and he lost it. It happens.
yep, 100%. I respect it. Had the read. Just a bit wrong. And G flashing his players into short. Once again taking short control, once again spotted by the CTs. And utility of their own flying back at UCF. Akali once again taking connector control, never shying away from these fights. And actually, once again, just dry. Contacting up, finds another advantageous fight. But now, Texas is aware. And it's not going to be easy for UCF at all. Scam's coming out. I mean, the next step here is just to take a bathroom, surely, right? The fight's coming out. Akali finding another kill and finding another nice fight. Jeep finishes that one for him. And Jeep just getting straight up. He just knows, throws the nade, sees the site is clear, plants the bomb. I mean, it seems like UCF just goes from 0 to 100 so fast. And Texas just not really finding a good response to that. Especially off these kills.
Yeah. Texas going for a 3v5 retake on overpass.
Yeah, actually, I'm surprised it did that.
I'm blessed.
Bank still smoked,
I mean-
so it was basically a 2v5 too.
Yeah, and now they're broken going into a really weird buy with 2 guys, one at $2,500 and another one with 1,600. And they're forcing. They want to win this round, didn't they? 3-3 right now. Full buy on the part of UCF against Texas. Looked like a B rush of all things. They're gonna do it again.
Alright, and they just get straight through the smoke. Flash is coming out. Plays back a bit. G finds the first kill, actually. Probably getting naded. And he's going to be swinging these guys on site. Slicer jumping up. Akali actually finding the kill in pit. And Akali has been such a huge player for UCF, I have to admit. Oh, now it looks like we're not really greeting. Jeeve actually gets timinged in Monster. And the Monster player is looking for the flank. Probably finding another Slicer, helping him out. Sean ending the life of the flank. And all of a sudden, a 4v3 or 4-3 lead coming out for UCF. Remember, guys, this is map 3 of the best of 3. It's come this far. And this is a very CT-sided map, admittedly. This is straight up.
It's supposed to be CDs.
Yeah. If we're playing like we're supposed to play on both sides, CTs should come out with just.
Especially with the new nades now.
Yeah, exactly.
Another B.
And
B
now
rush.
yeah, looks like they've learned from their mistakes. Just all coming together. Slicer finding this guy right here, hiding behind the default box. And Akali now activating the lurk in Con. Does he expect smoke in here? Does he clear his angles? And actually he does. And he finds a second as well. Great kills coming out. And you know what? UCF keeps this clean. They want it. They kept every single gun. They didn't drop a single life. It's just looking overall very confident on their side. And I'm glad they're actually funneling this confidence like in the right way. You know, they're not taking the 1v1s anymore. They're just using it to like go together and just take the fights cleanly.
No, that did not hit me. What? Why is this guy my boss?
And the setup here looks very split on the Texas side. They actually do get contact in short, but that doesn't. All it does is just keep them on B longer. There's nothing really set on the UCF side just yet. Nothing for them to commit to. And Akali once again finding another clean fight on Hypnos. And almost finds the second, but actually it's UCF that's gonna get taken out by Drip. And instantly traded out by Jeev. Great find by him. As UCF gets ready to 3v3. One player truck, one player rotating up to heaven so he's close. And UCF working up bathrooms. Can they actually take this all the way? This would be very big for UCF. And Sean looking out, seeing what he finds on B2. Makes a step that is going to be heard. But it might not even matter. Desi is staying tucked into pit. And Sean looking to see what he finds. He has the entire site. Gets spotted by Heaven. Is looking for these fights. And taken down. Schmoken activates on the A side, jumps up on the truck, and it finds the second frag. That is crazy. That I feel like that maybe should have been traded, but I mean, just the repositioning from Schmoken. They're jumping on the truck. I think caught UCF side.
Unexpected.
Yeah, a bit. I would not have expected a guy to just straight up jump on that, because that's not, you're not completely accurate. And why would you, you know? You got the bomb down. It's a risky play. It pays off though.
Another short pick, and you got him on the side of UCF. Good spam on Texas side.
You saw that? Yeah,
Nice
on
back and
Akali.
forth. Yeah.
That was actually good by Shimokin, just finding that little bit of extra damage.
Yeah.
And UCF actually finds divider control here. Little do they know. And Drip has shown he is very scared when he's in this long bath position. And he's gonna find HZ actually. Just out of position right there, stomping. G falls as well. 3v4 all of a sudden for UCF. This is still very winnable. And Akali he's been the menace. He's been the phantom menace here. Can he find another clean fight? And back turn is actually gonna get team killed by Sean Duckman. But he finds the frag. He knows there's one on site. He knows he's close. He's unfortunately doesn't react in time. And you know what? Take it down. Unfortunate, but I mean, 5 rounds on T side. I would be pretty happy here. At this point, I'm just saying to if I'm Jeev right now, if I'm GLing, I'm saying to myself, all right, boys, we got 5. We get one more here. We get one more good round. They're broke. We get 2. That's just an insane half for us. We just really need to try. And hey, even if we don't get this round, we still have a banger like B rush or something coming up next. So so far, we've done our job so far on T side. We've done great, and we just need to close it out and maybe get that extra 5% closer to winning. And you know what? That would go a long way for UCF right now. And it looks like they're actually going to set up for maybe a little bit of a cheeky like 5B lean. And you know what? Actually, Texas knows about this. They're very well aware. They pushed 2 through Fountain. They're going to be stacked on B site. So I think this might just be worst possible scenario for this play. But it could still work. I mean, that doesn't mean that it's a bad play. And Nate actually, Akali's name is going to be finding a Schmoken. G finds a kill on straight and one jumping above, but Sean actually is finding him from behind. And Heaven is going to be killing Slicer. And now Sean in the 1v2 found one already in this round.
Okay, who is?
And I know he has it in him. He's done these 1v3s before. And all he needs is to see this guy right here in sandbag. Gets the kill. And the fight in heaven just wasn't there. One bullet away from headshotting him and winning that round. What do you think they do here? The slow B isn't working. The slow A isn't working. We've been finding the kills in con, but they don't play con anymore.
The slow was working until they started grouping up alone.
Yeah.
Was that round where they got like double entries and somehow one of the guys just started to speed up. Like two of them started to speed up alone again.
And look, Hypnos with the op. I feel like he has not had an op this entire game.
No, he was on DM for a long. The economy hasn't been really good on their side. That's for sure.
And look, Drip might find this kill on Sean. Actually does find it. Holding con still. Backing up to long bath actually. And this is a scary position, but does he get flanked? HZ finds the kill. And all it leaves is Hypnos on the site alone. Misses the shot divider. Flashes high. Is going to scope on long maybe. Finds a tag onto HZ, but HZ just taking him down. Leaving no mercy for the op on Texas' side. And that's it. The op just never lived on this CT side. And maybe that's why, you know, Texas really hasn't had the best of CT sides. At least not what you're capable of having on this heavily CT-sided map.
Usually the... So for now, 3v2 retakes on the side of UCF.
Yep. And actually, Jesse is finding the first kill. And now, working with Smokin. Finds one. HZ, does he find a kill? Nope, it's Smokin living with 1 HP for the clutch. 1v1 takes him down. That is a bit heartbreaking. But I feel like not bad at all. I mean, 5-7. Tommy, if you're calling for your team, are you happy with a 5-7 half?
With that chance that they got, I'll be honest, that game could have went like 10-2.
On T side too, right?
Yeah, it could have been like really insane. They made a lot of they made like a couple of mistakes here and there, but it's a really good half for them.
Honestly, and it looks like the setup just on all those team rounds, they always made it scary for the CT side. I feel like they could have been shut out like way harder, but
Yeah.
I mean UCF just having some firepower, and Akali really have to give him a lot of credit with 124 ADR in this game. Looks like he's gonna be tucking into barrels this round, but we know how scary he can be on his T side lurks. I mean that guy's a monster apparently.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a round. You never know where they're gonna play next round.
100%. And looks like actually Texas opts for just the creep up short with one monster. Might get contact on a player like Graffiti, but I think AHZ will actually go unnoticed. He could be potentially huge. Actually drops his position, almost dies with the drip. B exec coming out, and what was this? Hypnos getting 2 in the round. 5v3 all of a sudden on pistol round. We don't want to be giving these up too early, and it seems like just a little bit of a lack in the discipline on the side of UCF made it so that wow. AHD was in the prime position to win that round, unironically. Just tucked down, looking down, barrels not being able to be spotted. And let me just full eco coming out again on the UCF side, and 5 USPs long. Take down 1. Hypnos coming back to the USP of his own. Takes 1 down. Takes the second down. Clean shots from Hypnos. Maybe this guy is just a shooter. All right, maybe he's not an opper. He's been all the way up to 100 ADR in a couple rounds. I think this guy has what it takes. He just needs to find his own identity, and maybe he's found it on this T side. That could be really scary for us. But I think think UCF is going to come into stride of their own. I mean, this is going to be their first gun round. Little weak in terms of the utility, but let's see what they can do with it. AZ coming out straight for a peek. Actually a bad fight for him, unfortunately. But they do trade it right back on the B side, and Jeev is instantly lurking up into Khan. Should be looking down here any second now. Schmoken might catch the drop on him if he doesn't adjust. The adjustment is there, the shot isn't. Unfortunately, 3v4 now on the side of UCF, and they might just have to gamble a site, and I think they might have picked right here. Yeah, 100%. Slicer taking a peek. Sean gets the first. Hypnos takes down Akali. Sean maybe looking for a second here. Slicer actually takes down the next one. Gets some spam off on Desi, and Sean swinging wide. Gets them both! Sean just coming into his own that round. I knew he had it in him just from the beginning. Sean has been that guy for UCF. And sure, he's had a bit silent. He's gone a bit silent in this series. But if he wakes up on this overpass, Texas is done. And honestly, Texas is scratching their heads a bit. Not really sure exactly how you really come back from that. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, looks like they're just trying to take some aggressive fights. UCF all the way up on Townsend, and this is gonna get spotted very soon. They're just gonna have to go straight for a B exec. They're gonna have the same setup here still on B, but the block actually makes it, so it's slightly in UCF's favor now. Sean missing his jump spot, but he's probably gonna give it another go. Akali just holding tight. And Texas has really just stayed committed to this B. Now they're trying to give it another look towards A. Just they don't want to be too shut out, but I think they might just have to commit to B if they stay here too much longer. And I mean, Texas is having a bit of analysis paralysis, it seems. Just trying to find that right decision and coming up with 15 different answers. Now Hypnos is just looking A by himself. Now they're kind of stuck behind the smoke. I mean, yep, and Akali takes down the first. They know it can easily be a B pop. UCF is already here responding. Slicer unfortunately goes down. Akali repositioning. AHG is there to help. Akali takes the next one, takes the next fight, gets all three. Gets all three that he needed in that round. Triples up. Akali once again becoming that just huge player for UCF. And how much better can it get? I mean, just look at these fights. The first, boom, the second. Great. I mean, that felt like the Valor mechanics coming in, because just instantly just going counter strafe, shoot, kill, counter, you know, swing, counter strafe, shoot. You know, this guy's not been playing CS for that long. Coming in from Valorant, I mean, very impressive. Now it looks like we're just jumping blocks at UCF, and AHZ and G clean it up. Clean sweep for the UCF side of things. And you know what? That's the kind of rounds that you want to see from a CT side on any map. Especially on Overpass, I love seeing the 8 players not die to the barrage of blocks, because that is probably the most annoying thing on any map. But hey, Jeev and HZ keep it clean. They're shooters, they know what they're doing, and they play perfectly together. And once again, I mean, Texas just kind of messing up their buys a bit now. Like, barely any utility to work with. I mean, yeah, they have 5 smokes, that's it. They can't molly out truck. They can't molly dice. They can't molly barrels. They can't molly pit. I mean, wherever they go, they just better hope that they're shooting. And I'll give it to them. They are mechanically pretty good, but maybe the mechanics might not be enough to just carry you through this match if UCF plays it right. And actually, Slicer and Sean, looks like they were going for a boost. Unfortunately, they get caught out. And Akali there to instantly assist. Slicer there with some dualies. Gets caught out. Strafe's gonna come in big. Akali drops the drip. And you know what? That is probably the only way we could have lost that round, I'm not going to lie. And actually, Texas finds the perfect timings. AZ drops. It's just even the one before. Get some spam. Nade out. And can he really... What can he really do? I mean, smoked out of graffiti, smoked out of heaven. Has to clear a billion angles down here. Yeah, Texas isn't going to plant the bomb for a couple seconds. Now they have it down. But really, I don't think this one's looking very likely for Jeev, unfortunately. Didn't clear the angle, though. Gets him down. Looking more. Looking even further. Smokes the bomb. Molly's short. Doesn't get timinged. I mean, Jeev's making a convincing argument so far, but he has to find this player. And he will actually go for it. Gets taken down, unfortunately. Strafe's having a good round. Just a very clean round from him. And not much more to be said. I mean, unfortunately, like, the short boost just didn't work out, didn't pan out the way that UCF wanted it to. It was a nice idea, and it could have been a lot cleaner. But maybe I don't think that's the right time to go for it. And just more of a passive setup this time from UCF. Do you think this is the way to go for them? Do you think they just give up this map control and just let them come to the site?
Yep.
Yeah.
Think about it. You have a knob that could watch like long angles that could cut off like a part of the map. So yes, I think the way that they're doing right now, if they want to fight Batroom against Galil, especially now that they're kind of low on util, yeah, I think that's what they want to do right now. They want to take just things from the back and wait. Look at how much info do they have right now. They know nothing is there. They can just gather up around B. They know like probably the next set of content is gonna be, especially at that moment, 35 seconds or less in the round. So yeah, they know the info is gonna be. Even if that guy lurk up in bedroom, nothing much will happen. You know, they won't come unless. I just hope they don't move for no reason.
And it probably actually going to be found out by Strafes. They unfortunately just let them up short completely. And nobody had that short angle on the UCF side. That was a huge mistake.
Huge miscommunication from them. What angle they were holding, especially.
Yeah. I mean, you saw Akali hold that molly out, just ready to counter a pop. And meanwhile, there's just a guy on his face and pillar. He just has the molly out. And really, what could he have done? We completely whiffed the site setup.
Yeah.
And AZ might find a first here. Does take down Strafes. Maybe a bit of a confidence booster for him. And the op, unfortunately, does go down to Hypnos. Hypnos is going to push even further for HZ. And Hypnos picks up the op. He's going to say thank you very much. And he's going to keep that one. Because he is the opper. On the side of Texas Tech. And I really would like to see Hypnos just get active with that op. Maybe, you know, get something going for his team. But unfortunately, I mean, that just has not been the case so far. Maybe he will work something out this round, but it looks like he's just scoping for the long push once again. I mean, to be fair, it's, you know, it's where he's playing right now, but... And what more can you really do with the op, but... I just want to see him do more with it. There we go. Now we're searching a bit. We're getting a little bit frisky, clearing out party. Okay, all right. I can vibe with this a bit more. And look at just this angle from HZ and Sean and Long. Actually, are gonna find the perfect timing on Texas if they commit, but they don't. And Hypnos, having this information, knows their long bath is going to not smoke it. And AZ and Sean are gonna be searching. Spot one out. 3v3 for the UCF side. They did lose some players on the other side of the map. And AZ is going to tuck. Might find one here. Finds one. Backs away. Desi really is going to want to clear out that player. He knows if he kills HZ, he's going to have bathrooms. He's doing it slowly. HZ has already backed away. Has the control. And all of a sudden, UCF are back in this round, you know. Just finding those individual frags. Desi clearing out LeBlanc is going to take an engagement here. AZ spotted out by Desi. Flash from his teammate takes him down. Is going to get swung by Schmoken, but will not be enough. Sean is there to trade. Perfectly played, honestly. I mean, that I'm actually really happy because I kind of wanted to see more of those like team plays, and honestly, that's a perfect example. The flash for HZ to just get that kill in long. I mean, that pretty much secures the round more than those individual fights did. And now all of a sudden, that's just running out, just full sprinting out long. Actually get the first 2 kills. Bomb already going down by Schmoken. Sean finds one, yes, but it's not enough. Jeev actually finds one back. And just Jeev and HZ in the 2v3. Utility on both of them. 5-7 in the hands of Jeev. And HZ will start working up first. Jeev going up ahead. Finds an M4 for himself. Smoke on the bomb. But they have a lot of players to clear here. This flash not really going to do. Actually does justice for them. 2v1 now. They know where the last player is. HZ can just stick this. He's just going to stick it. He's just going to stick it. Jeev jump 5-7s him and everything. Triple for Jeev. And remember, this guy started with a 5-7, ended with 2 5-7 kills. And honestly, Texas just instant 5v3 on the site, bomb down. And they just fumbled it at the very end. Even in the 3v2 site hold, I would take that timeout too. I would take that time. I was completely justified. We can't say anything. That is completely understandable. I don't understand. How did that happen? But, you know, that's why, I mean, CS is just, it's a game of percentages and nothing's ever 100%. It doesn't matter how good the situation is. There's always a chance that things just spiral out of control. And that's why the best teams, they just know how to reduce that uncertainty as much as possible. And unfortunately, Texas is just not doing the best job at that. I mean, how does that even happen, Brandon? Just not on the same page.
No.
I mean, they had a guy close Woodwall. Yeah. They had a guy jail. Jail dies. Woodwall flashed by a flash. I don't even understand where he threw it. And they full blinded him. Like,
sometimes what happens when you get to this point of the game is that sometimes you start overcomplicating things. Instead of playing with your teammates, you want to play 1-for-1, or you try to overplay the time, and sometimes it doesn't pay off.
And like unfortunately, like that side smoke coming down, they have info on the last 2 players, and the MAC-10 and Pit just did not instantly reposition close. That was also just very unfortunate, because like kind of just selling his teammates a bit. Left them on an island by themselves, and the kills went UCF's way. And yeah, 10-11 scoreline, like, but now Texas is on eco. And this is an insanely city-sided map. You are really at a disadvantage here. And I really want to see UCF pull through, because yes, anything can happen. But honestly, I'm very happy with our chances right now. And looks like it's just going to be a straight-up exec from Texas. Taken down by HZ, finds the first. HZ swinging for the second, swinging for the third. Akali's taking down the fourth, and he finished it off with a 5th. 4K for AZ. Great hold. The anti-eco. They just played back on sites. They played their angles properly, and you know what? That's what we needed. 11-11 now. And this is going to be a scary round for if you're Texas. You really need this win right now. If you can't close out, or if you can't secure the 12th round, you lose this round, you lose all your players, you have a 2,900 loss bonus. What can you really do with that other than Poppy or RushCon? Not really much. And it doesn't really look like their set strats are very fleshed out. They really just want to get this advantage. Yeah, it looks like Strafe's going to do exactly that. He's going to find the first kill from short. And actually is going to immediately spark this rotation from the UCF side. So Slicer, unfortunately, going down at probably the worst time.
No more Mr. Nice.
But Strafes is down to 58 HP. And we know how much of a problem this guy can be. Drip actually finding another kill on the map. B is now completely open. Kali dropping onto the site. Smoking short. And this is not what you want to see. This is not what you want to see at all. But Akali has come up big in some big moments. This is gonna maybe potentially set him apart from a lot of other players if he can somehow keep his team in this game. This is such an insane round to win. I mean, this wins the entire series.
Oh my God.
He just proves himself here right now. And UCF getting smoked off. Strafes onside jumps, actually falls to Akali. Akali finding the first. 3v4 now, completely doable for UCF. And they do look like they want to commit into it. A very, very scary prospect for both teams involved. And Jeeva is going to get boosted. He's going to spot one. But the spray isn't there. It doesn't connect. That could have been the round right there. And that missed spray from Jeeva is going to cost them. Jeeva, looking for redemption, actually does bring them down. 3v3 retake now. They're clearing the close angles. They know pit is clear. And they don't really have the utility to come back into this. But if they take the fights together, they know one is short. Spotted. Akali instantly takes him down. And Jeev looking for fights. Drip takes one down, but now they're 2v1. He's 1 HP, and UCF finds the round. They're gonna have the defuse. They have enough time. Akali finding 3 kills in that round. Just plays it slow. Nothing really, just good decision making all across the board. Yes, Jeev misses that spray, but just the way that they played around it, that was just perfectly done. And now all of a sudden, Texas, not the best buy. They got the bomb plant. They're gonna have more than 2,900. They're gonna have 3,700, but still, really not a whole lot of utilities. A couple players having to downgrade their guns. Mac-10, Galil coming out, 3 AKs, barely any util on them. I mean, it's not like they're taking they're not really taking map, the space really procedurally anyway. They don't really need to use too much utility, but still, like, if this gets drawn out too much, it might just be at a inherent disadvantage. But we've seen this team claw their way back from bad positions. I'm not counting them out just yet. We just need to have a really solid defense over short and over just the spotting on A needs to be perfect. They can't be giving like players like Strafes any more kills, quite honestly. We can't be looking to fight dry anymore, and we can't do it alone. No more 1v1s from Slicer or, you know, whoever the case may be. And it looks like, yeah, I mean, barely any util being thrown from Texas. They already have all of this space. They're already taking bathrooms. This is kind of what we were expecting. And Jeev just spotting with a molly. And he's gonna maybe, he actually stopped jump spotting. Maybe he spotted something. He might have spotted something, or they just swapped to spotting, but okay. Molly for dice coming out. Molly's coming out just here. Jeev gets the trade. Jeev is gonna swing for more. Lines them up, gets them both to 1 HP, but just was not enough to secure the round. Sean actually gets one back. Sean falls down to Shmoken, and now it's going to be Slicer and Akali in that retake, 2v3. Akali is very, very low. Shmoken actually kills Slicers through smoke, and what can Akali really do? He's been that guy for UCF. He's done almost everything that he could have throughout this entire game. And looks like he's going to do some more. Shmoken is going to come down. He kills the long player. One more to be found, both low. He's just tucking in flower pots. He has a Mac 10. This is anybody's game right now. And he taps it. He looks away. And now he has the information. Taps it. Holds. This is just going to be a battle of wits here. And Hypnos actually takes down Akali to tie out the game. We're going to overtime. That was so incredibly close from Akali. Just when you think he's run out of juice, he just comes up with more oranges. How does he do it? How does he do it? I mean, 99 ADR over these 24 rounds. He's been performing really well. HZ has performed really well with 92. They're really doing the damage. Jeev is the brains behind the operation. Sean and Slicer are the role players. They've really just been... They've been playing this pretty good. And honestly, I think I really want to see... Yep, this is exactly what I want to see. We're already taking short control on the CT side. And yes, HZ does die. We have the info. And instantly traded back by Sean. Well played. Well played. Doubling up in long. I mean, I'm not even too mad about this. And as long as we keep our bases covered over at B, which it looks like Akali is, not greeting too much for short. I mean, what do you really expect here, Brandon, in this overtime? I mean, what can we really change here?
On which side, UCF?
I mean, just in the game state, yeah, on the UCF side of things, we're kind of... I think maybe this might be the problem, that we're letting them get up like this, but honestly, the way that it's been playing out actually falls into our favor more often than not. Like, it feels like...
I want UCF in the late round to make sure that this... A little bit, like, especially when we get toward that 40-second mark, they need to start playing nades in hands, because they got lurked in so much because of this. Like, as soon as it get toward like 35-second mark, you need to have your guns, because like if they contact, you need to be ready for this. And it happened so much time on A, on B, and they got caught off guard. They need to be ready for those, especially at that late on the round, that late in the game. People are desperate and they go for those plays. Hypno getting punished from Hypno killing AZ, punishing him from taking that fountain.
Yeah, that's something actually we've been criticizing him for not having the initial impact on the op. He actually proves us a bit wrong here in this round.
Yeah, especially since he could not really afford an op into this early part of the game, but now since it's OT, it's been 2 rounds in a row now that is an op. Let's see what he can do into this overtime.
Really want to keep my eye on this execute. Looks like they're just pushing in. Jeef is holding from the truck position, finds the first fight. Clean fight against Strafes, is going to be taking him down. Nade barely does any damage to him, and it looks like it's just going to be one-man army on the site, just in truck. And Sean actually jumps out through the smoke, but not going to find much. Slicer gets a spam through the smoke. I mean, Jeev finding one, and actually the headshot player completely baited his teammates, and only picking up one there. That was actually such a that was such a good retake, and honestly the flank was perfect. The spam through the smoke to get a trade was great. I mean, and Jeev staying alive in truck. I mean, I think UCF has just realized that they're beating this team by just playing smart. And it looks like, yeah, and now the Opper is again on the Mac 10 to finish the game, to finish the the T-half. And once again, Texas opting for a default on overpass. I mean, this is kind of the exact opposite of what we really wanted to see coming into this game, is just these even split defaults, but we understand it is overpass. However, I feel like they've been finding way more success trying to punish a little bit more aggressively. And
we're still down in T spawn on the part of Texas, so we still don't know wherever they're going. They're just doing a sort of default 2-1-2 on the map, taking spot wherever they could. Negation on the side of Vakali pushing Monster, repping short 5.
Finds one with his back turned. He knows there's a second and short, nades him. I think that nade actually did quite a bit of damage, down to 30 HP. And Desi is trying to get some spam damage back, but it's little consolation to dropping that player early. Especially Strafes, of all players to lose, who's been just a consistent heavy hitter for the Texas Tech side. And now UCF just in a very heavy A setup. I don't think with 25 seconds left they are ever predicting this A setup right here. And Molly coming out, they're flashing long and swinging with that flash. HZ actually going to be missing the first kill. They know where Jeev is. Swinging, he's caught between two players, not really finding anyone. Sean finds one. Slicer misses one. And Hypno up on the truck. Finds the last. A bit of a fumble there, but the right read. Just a bit of a fumble on the side of UCF. They were set up perfectly. They had the flash for the long player. There was no swing, unfortunately, off the flash. That's fine because it would have exposed them. But then on the fight that followed it, just close but no cigar. Jeev caught aiming between two players that were wide swinging him, and then it just crumbled from there. Sean finds his way into one, but then they're just up everywhere. It's hard to really adjust for that. And now, I mean, UCF looks like they are going for a 2-3. 2-3 split. They're taking short control early, like they've been doing in regulation. They got 2 rounds on CT. They know they need one here. And it's just evenly working up the map. Something I am a bit hesitant with is Jeev playing Con with his bomb by himself. But fortunately, there's nobody there. He doesn't know that, and he is playing back anyway. But probably gonna expect him to go back. Yeah. And the UCF player is just going up long, creeping close. Drip might get a perfect timing here if he chooses to peek. And he actually will peek. Just the timing was bad. And actually, I think Akali hears that. And look, this guy is he's just ready. He knows where he is. He's going to call his teammate over. He's calling for the boost. He wants to boost him. KZ actually doesn't find it. Akali swings, gets the trade. And unfortunately, it didn't work out maybe the most favorable way, but especially with the info that they had. But it is, it is a way to get into the round, I guess. They have the control. They're even. I think he has an inherent advantage. Do you think Hypnos here hits the shot? Let's find out. Hits the shot. Goes for a second. Hits another. Goes for a third, maybe. Full blind. Jeev on the site. Actually misses the shot. Slicer takes him down. Jeev gets the bomb down. And fighting the guy on the truck. Slicer frag grenades one. And now all of a sudden it's a 1v1 for Jeev, who's actually getting deep into bank. Do they ever expect this push from Jeev? It looks like he might just miss the timing. And looks like he's pushing on the side. Jeev, you might want to turn your head a little bit. He taps the bomb. Doesn't stick it. Jeev gets him from behind. Well played from Jeev. And great round from UCF. They needed that. They needed that, and that's going to help them. This is going to help their confidence. They know they just need one more. The match point. They have 2 more opportunities to close out this map. And even if they don't win this one, if they do a ton of damage, that's a very weak CT buy coming in on the following round. So actually, I'm very happy with just the setup to finish this match. This one has been a grinder. This has been a best of 3. You know, it went all 24 rounds map 1. Map 2, UCF really showed some dominance. Now we're in overtime. I mean, both sides have to just be feeling exhausted here. And Hypnos is actually choosing to get way more active with his op on long. This is what we wanted to see, wasn't it, Brandon? Just
yeah, we wanted to see him getting more active.
And look,
him down already into the.
Did you see that shot?
It was a really good shot too. It got a bit of timing because it was aiming down, but yeah, this shot was really good. The timing favored him.
And this has just been the weakness.
With the timing.
Yeah. Oh wait. Wow, he could have easily doubled up there, but unfortunately, another just missed opportunity.
Yeah, a couple of missed shots. But they have info now, so like they should be like converging to it.
And it looks like UCF is grouping outside A. They've done these A hits before. They know there's one dice. And now this is where Slicer's gonna just swing up long. Doesn't find the kill, gets traded by HZ, and now 3v1 with Schmoken to do it all.
I think this is GG, my guy.
This has to be GG.
With the positioning that they have, really like way out forward, they can trade them.
Yeah. 100%. And Schmoken is just gonna, I don't know, who's he gonna get contact on first? Maybe it's Jeev? I think they actually spotted him.
Saw him. Yeah, this dude spotted him.
They know exactly where he is. Akali might swing here, and Akali gets the one tap. That's it. And UCF takes down Texas Tech. They take them down in the semifinals of NECC, where they will head actually on to the finals of NECC, and they will be playing Michigan Mays. A very, very good team. The A team almost took them down the other day, and they took down Fisher College as well. So really a lot of good things to say about this team. And honestly, I'm really happy to just have UCF just have another chance against these guys. They're pretty good, and honestly, Michigan won the whole thing last year as well, won the whole thing, and now we got another chance to beat them. That was a spectacular match, very action packed. I mean, what do you think? What do you think the form is like on both teams?
Right now,
Absolutely.
I think a big that side is sure is heartbreaking. They lost after being up 1-0 into the series
Yeah.
into a really close map into this one.
What do you
I think
think?
they felt a bit sad, but I think UCF is doing really good right now. They're really happy with the performance they showed tonight.
I'm actually really impressed by like Akali and HZ specifically. I feel like I have not stopped saying their names the entire night.
Yeah, they've been like really incredible. Also, as you said this Sly. What was the RGL that you said?
Jeef.
Already? Jeef. Yeah, Jeef has been making like a couple of really good calls that make them win like a lot of key rounds, especially on Rush, where they perform really well. They really adjusted well on
What?
also on Vertigo. So yeah,
I think so too. And that was their map pick. What do you think the comeback they showed on Vertigo did to the mental of Texas? Do you think that may have played any impact of maybe getting 13-7 Mirage, the comeback they had on Vertigo? Do you think that may have had an impact on their mental coming into this overpass?
I don't know, but surely as soon as you get like a start like 06, the players get a little bit confident, and sometime when you start getting like pulled back like they did on Vertigo, it hurts because
Right.
usually you get players that start to like not scream at each other, but they start to get like a high pitch on their voice, and sometimes that's where it starts, and then sometimes you get a downfall. But on a best of 3, you always have a time where you can reset. So it's always good to see what they come up with on the next game or on the next map. And I think we saw both teams did great effort. They show like really good things on both parts. So it's really depend on now they have to fix like a couple of mistakes, of course,
Okay.
like
just
every
spraying at
team.
someone else
And
might be
I want to
fine.
see what they're gonna bring on the next game, the next series.
That is a very good point because it all really just comes down to this next series. I mean, you have to look at this Michigan team if you haven't already. They are kind of stacked, especially in this bracket. And the fight that this team has put up against them, like, and all like the issues that they've had to deal with and have been able to overcome, I have to say I'm really proud of them and their accomplishment tonight. They've really showed a lot of not only resilience, but they've shown really good form individually and together as a team in order to cinch this win. So overall, as a UCF fan, um, very, very ecstatic, very happy, and I'm looking forward to see what comes next. I believe they play the finals next week. Can we expect Noodle to be there for the finals?
Sadly, I won't be able to show up for the finals.
No. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure casting with you. Thank you so much for your insights, uh, Noodle. And I
Thank
hope
you, and
that the UCF fan base and community appreciates your efforts here tonight.
yeah, thank you guys, and thank you for my first time casting. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Have a good night to everyone, and especially the UCF fan. So enjoy your night, guys. See ya.
Yep. Have a good